She's showing her emotion towards the tourist, saying that I'm too old. Women implies and indicates the word of nation. India has cemented the success path with all the sabbatical life. She wants to be independent. She wants to prove herself that at this old age she is not depending on anyone. She has followed the method of regularity of taking the tourists to the shrine, and now she is also doing the same thing where the tourists are not ready, they are reluctant. Hello everyone, I'm Babita Tamaya, lecturer, Department of English, Vidhyaashram Pre-University College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. In my previous session, I had discussed about Frederick Douglass. In today's session, I'll be discussing about the poetry An Old Woman, written by Arun Kolatkar. Let's see about the author. Arun Kolatkar was educated in Mumbai, where he worked as a graphic artist. A winner of the Commonwealth Poetry Prize, Kolatkar has contributed to Kavi, Opinion, Literary Review, New Writing in India, and The Shell and the Rain. He is a bilingual poet and has translated Marathi poems. This poem is selected from Jejuri, a collection of his poems. In this poem, what Arun Kolatkar wants to convey the readers, it means that women implies and indicates the word of nation. India has cemented the success path with all the sabbatical life. Now, whatever we are, anywhere across, renowned as the most developed nations. You agree or disagree, but what takes us to the flag of pride is our patriotism. You might be wondering, how is it that we are relating this to an old woman? The poet depicts this woman is as old as an Indian heritage. Whatever it is, every woman in herself is patronized of being the beautiful woman of the motherland. Whatever it is, every woman in herself is patronized of being the beautiful daughter of the mother India. Here is the story of an old woman who wants to prove herself that without anyone's help or anyone's support, she wants to lead her life. So, to lead her life, what she wants from the people, what she is going to show, let's see from the poetry. An old woman grabs hold of your sleeve and tags along. So, what does she do? An old woman, she grabs the tourist. What is her duty? What is she doing to earn her living? Whoever comes to visit the place, she has a tourist guide. She drags the tourist holding their sleeves and tags along. So she's holding the sleeves of the tourists, she's dragging them, that she wants them to take to the shrine or the heritage. She's not letting them to go. If they are reluctant also, but here the old woman is not ready to leave them. She's just dragging their sleeves and taking them along with her to the tourist spot. Now she's playing the role as the tourist guide. The old woman's role is a tourist guide. To earn her living, she is just trying to drag the tourists and take them to the heritage spot. To take them to the heritage spot, how much she is asking for? What is that she wants from the people to go and see the spot there? She wants a 50 paisa coin. She is just dragging the tourist for how much? For 50 paisa coin. She is not asking for 100 rupees or 50 rupees. She wants only 50 paisa coin, so that she don't want to depend on anyone. She wants to be independent. She wants to prove herself that at this old age she is not depending on anyone. So she just dragged the tourist, saying that I'll take you to the shrine and you have to pay me 50 paisa. She says she will take you to the horseshoe shrine. So what is she doing? She's taking 50 paisa, and what is she showing? She's showing the horseshoe shrine. It is the Indian heritage. Here, this is the 1 mark question, and here even this is also the 1 mark question. So how much did the old woman charge to show the shrine? It is 50 paisa coin, And what did she show the tourists? About to show them the horseshoe shrine. These are the two 1-mark questions you can expect here. So she is just pulling the tourists and taking them to the horseshoe shrine where she wants, or she is trying to acquire 50 paisa from the tourist. Here you can see in this picture, here is the old woman. She is holding the sleeves or the collar here and dragging the people to the horseshoe shrine. And what she feels here in the sense, it is her prime duty. She feels that it is my prime duty to take them to the shrine or the heritage so that she can earn 50 paisa. She is a self-respected woman. She doesn't want to depend on anyone. The one common thing here is an old woman and the heritage both replicates each other. The old woman, she is as old as the heritage center. She has been growing there. She has spent her youth in the heritage and now she is in her mid-age and she doesn't even know when she is going to perish. But the one thing she wants to do here in the sense, she is just dragging or holding the sleeves of the tourists and taking them to the heritage or the horseshoe shrine where she asked them to give only 50 paisa coin. If you're not willing, if you're reluctant also, here the old woman is not ready to leave them. She just wants them to take to the shrine so that she can earn her living with 50 paisa. That is her self-respect. She doesn't want to depend on anyone. You have seen it already. She hobbles along anyway and tightens her grip on your shirt. So she says, you have already seen it. Okay, if you say that, if the tourists say that I have already seen the spot, she says, fine, but you have not come along with me. Like me, there are other women also, but I want you to see the place along with me. She is not leaving. If they are reluctant saying that we have already seen, she says, no, you have to come along with me. I will take you to the shrine. She hobbles along anyway and tightens her grip on your shirt. She hobbles, it means to say that she is limping. She is limping and walking even though she is not ready to leave the tourist. What she is doing, she is just tightens her grip. She holds the shirt too very tight. Now she is too old. How much ever possible, whatever the energy she can put to hold it tight, she'll hold them tight and try to drag them. She won't let you go. You know how old women are. They stick to you like a burr. So she won't let you go. She will not let you to go from that place. She wants you to take to the shrine. She will not leave you. You know how old women are. She's too very old. Even then she is not leaving the people there. She wants them to take so that she can get that 50 paisa coin. They stick to you like a burr. Burr is an insect. So you can see when the insect, sometimes most of the time what happens in this is the insect, if they come and stick, until they themselves have to leave and go, if we try to chase also, it will not go. It is the same thing here. The woman is compared to a burr. She has stick towards the tourist and she is not leaving them. She has stick to them like a burr. What she wants to do in the sense, until she takes them to the shrine, she will not leave them. She has stick in such a way. Impatience and ambiguity. What do you mean by ambiguity? It is confusion. She is into a confusion. She is making the people also confused. You turn around and face her with an air of finality. You want to end the phase. So here, what the poet is saying here in the sense, so you just turn and look at her face because she is very old. So after looking into the face, most of the time what happens, the people will never refuse or reluctant to go along with her. With an air of finality, you want to end the phrase. After looking into the old woman's face, you will decide whether to go with her or not. But here, the man is not ready. The tourist is not ready to go and visit the spot because he has already seen it. He is refusing. He is reluctant to go along with the women. So the poet asks the tourist, you just turn and look at her face because she has grown old. You can see the wrinkles on her face. Even then, the tourists are not ready. You want to end the phase. What do you mean by phase here? Phase, it is the method of regularity. She has followed that. She has followed the method of regularity of taking the tourists to the shrine, and now she is also doing the same thing where the tourists are not ready. They are reluctant. They are refusing. When you hear her say, what else can an old woman do on hills as wretched as these? What is the old woman trying to say here? When you hear her say, now she is saying, what else can an old woman do? So, other than this, she can't do any work because she is too very old. She has to earn her living because it is her self-respect. She doesn't want to put her self-respect down. So, I want only 50 paisa coins so that I can earn my living. And she says, the old woman, what the old woman can do other than this? It is not possible for her to do any other work than taking the people to the shrine. On hills as wretched as these. And now she is blackmailing. It is nothing but a blackmail or an emotion. She is showing her emotion towards the tourist, saying that I'm too old. Other than this, I can't do any other work. So she is just trying to take the tourist to the spot to get that 50 paisa coin. You look right at the sky, clear through the bullet holes she has for her eyes. You look at the sky. The poet is asking them to start looking at the sky. Once you start looking at the sky, or it means to say that start looking to the face of the old woman. It is compared to the face of the old woman. Start looking at her face. Start looking at the sky, clear through the bullet holes. What do you mean by bullet holes here? For what it is compared? Bullet holes is compared to the sharpness of her eyes. Sharpness of the eyes of the old woman. Of an old woman's eyes is compared to the bullet holes. Her eyes is so very sharp that she doesn't want them to go away from the place. She is not letting them to go away from the place. If they are reluctant also, she is not ready. She says for her eyes. It means to say that after you look on her face or after you look into her face, how can you ignore her? Because she wants to earn her living, she is begging. She is just stretching her hand in front of the tourist for 50 paisa coin. And you all know, you have seen that she is too very old. After looking at her face also, how can the tourist, how can you people can just ignore her? How can you say that you cannot go along with her to see the shrine or the heritage? Why your people are standing back? And as you look on, the cracks that begin around her eyes spread beyond her skin. As you look on, the cracks, here the cracks, this is the cracks on the hills that begin around her eyes. You can see when the people are too very old, you can see the wrinkles under their eyes. So the same thing, the wrinkles on the under the eyes is compared to the crack hills spread beyond her skin. So her skin is wrinkles, and after seeing that old woman also, why you're ignoring? And the hills crack and the temples crack and the sky falls. So it says the hills crack, the temples crack and the sky falls. All these three things are refers to the old age. It means to say that the woman is too very old. She is into her old age. Being too very old, she wants something to do for her living. So she is just trying to drag the people, but here the people are not ready. They are reluctant. They are refusing to go along with the old woman. And the sky falls. And the sky falls, it refers to the struggle for her life. It shows how much pain or how she is struggling to earn her living. By saying that also, they are not ready. It shows the trials and tributes of the old women here. With a plate glass clatter around the shattered proof crown, who stands alone? Plate glass clatter. Plate glass in the sense plate and the glass. When we just touch it together, what happens? You can hear the sound or the breaking sound there. So the plate glass clatter around the shatterproof crown. What do you mean by shatterproof crown here? So around the shatterproof crown says that which cannot break. Who stands alone. So who is standing here alone? It is the old woman who is standing alone for her life, who is struggling a lot to earn her life. And you are reduced to so much small change in her hand. You are reduced, it means to say that you were reluctant. You never agreed to go along with the woman. She wanted only 50 paisa coin, but you refused to go and give that 50 paisa coin. It means to say that you're totally put low on yourself. You yourself have become low in front of the old woman because she's just trying to save her life by taking the people to the tourists. You have become too very small in front of that old woman. To so much small change. You couldn't even give her 50 paisa coin. You have shown that you're into the low level. In her hand, what she wanted only 50 paisa coin. That 50 paisa coin also you couldn't give. So after everything, if you sit and realize that why did I refuse? Why I was so reluctant to go along with the old man? At last, if you sit and realize it is of no use because she wanted to earn her living only with that coin, but you never agreed. She wanted you to take to the shrine, but you always refused. But now, if you realize it is of no use, and the poet says that you have stooped down to the lower level where you couldn't give her the coin. Moving on to the next one, this is the glossary and nothing out of the text. You can expect 1 mark as well as the 6 marks question from this poetry. In my next session, I'll be discussing about the two gentlemen of Verona. Until then, take care, have a good day. Thank you.